I know it's been a super long time since I last recorded. I've been so busy with life and things and just, living that I actually got a little lazy with this channel, but now I'm back and I have a bunch of new goodies to share with you all, and I'm going to tell you why I was away for so long and where I went. I actually spent 7 days in Thailand, and it was an amazing trip. It was one of the most beautiful, amazing countries I've ever been to in my life. The food was delicious. Everyone was super friendly, and I just learned so much about Thai culture, and um, just had a wonderful time. I've never been to some place that I felt that was so beautiful, and I just loved Thailand. I can't even speak properly. I loved it. It was amazing. I am dying to go back. But one of the coolest parts of my trip was that they actually have Sephora in Thailand. And if you don't know, here in Korea we don't have Sephora, so I was so crazy excited when I found out that I could actually go in store to a Sephora and try things out. So I ended up picking up a ton of stuff for this haul, and I just wanted to share with you guys what I got. And yeah, so let me stop talking and let's just get straight into the stuff. All right, so a lot of this stuff is a little bit older. I've never been that type of person that felt like, oh, once something's new, I have to go rush out and buy it. I buy palettes that have been on the market for since 3 years ago. I buy palettes that, um, or on the market for 10 years ago. It doesn't matter to me as long as it's a good product and it's still available for me to buy, I'll buy it. I just don't really agree with this whole consumerism that I see in the beauty industry nowadays of buy, buy, buy. And 2 months ago, one palette was the best palette in the world, and then a month later, a week later, everyone forgets about it, and you still have it, and you don't know what to do with it. I'm just not about that life, so I really wanted to try out some things that have been on my mind for a while, and things that I really thought about before I purchased them. So if you guys are kind of disappointed, you want to see really new stuff, things that came out last week, last year, this might not be the video for you, so you can just click out of it. But if you are interested in hearing about beauty items that are a little bit older, just keep on watching because I've got some great stuff. Okay, let's start off with my favorite thing that I picked up, and that is this Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered palette. I had never tried anything from Huda Beauty before this, and it's like the palette of my dreams. Like, look at that. Look at all those beautiful foiled colors. You get 8 foiled creams, and you get, I think, 8 mattes. And these foil cream, I don't know what they call them. I think they're called melted metals, are gorgeous. Like, look how soft and pigmented these are. Once I swatched them in store, I had to have them. These are just, this is just the best formula that I've ever tried in any eyeshadow ever. And I just love it. I love how you've got some pops of pink, you've got a lot of browns, and then you got some champagnes. This one's kind of like, it's like a metallic pinky orange shade. I don't know, but I've been wearing it every day since I've got it. I just love this palette, and I love how it comes with this really big, good mirror. Like, it's not like a dinky cheap mirror. It feels really substantial. So this, I like to have these melted metals on my lid and kind of smudge this black truffle in my crease area, and it's an instant smoky eye. So I feel like I can use this one to go to work. I can use it for nights out. I absolutely adore this palette. Let me just swatch a couple shades for you. Not all of them, but a couple. This is Man Eater, one swipe, and it is so pigmented. I don't know if you can you see that? Maybe I'll just do this on the back of my hand. But yes, this is like one swipe, and the pigment is so, especially on my darker skin tone, I usually have to build up the color to get it to this intensity, but with one swipe, it is just so. Let me show you a couple more of the melted metals. This one is called Fling. So pretty. Oh, can you see that one? I can see it in person, but it's not showing up on camera for some reason. This one's called Fling, and I don't think my camera is really picking up how um, shimmery and glittery and wonderful it is. And this one is 24K, which is a beautiful gold. And I don't know if my camera is picking it up, but this is one swipe and it's just so creamy and blendable. All I have to say is if you don't have this palette, you really have to like check it out. It's an oldie but goodie. I think this came out 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, 2016. But I definitely didn't regret it, and the packaging is so beautiful. I just think that like this packaging, I would buy this for the packaging alone, because like the packaging is like, it's got this like shift. Well, it doesn't even matter because none of you guys are probably buying for what's inside, but this palette, I'm in love. Like, I'm in love with it. If you haven't tried it, please check this out. Swatch it in store before you buy, because I know a lot of people don't like cream shadows. And so what I found with these cream shadows though is that they do work well with a brush. I prefer to use my finger, but with a brush they're pretty okay too. So I think it's really versatile. There's so many looks you can get from it. I need to stop talking about this palette because I'll be here all day, but this one is my absolute favorite buy that I picked up. Next off, this one is from Fenty Beauty. This is an oldie but goodie as well. I was always interested in this shade. It's called the infamous Trophy Wife. Does my camera want to zoom in? You probably can't see it. Yes, but I know you guys have all heard of Trophy Wife. This beautiful green gold highlight by Rihanna. I have never tried anything from her before, and ever since this came out in 2017, I've always been eyeing it. I've always been wanting to like pick it up, and I was kind of scared because a lot of people said that the green was too strong. But I find that if you put it really lightly, this is a perfect highlight for every day. At least for me, because I like to be glam. It all depends on your style. I mean, some people, if you want something very like demure, this isn't really for you, but for me, I like to be glammed all day long. Monday through Sunday, I like to be glowing and glam. So for me, this is a good highlight for every day when used lightly. And it is just, it's really creamy. This intense shade payoff, look at that, it's so reflective. The only thing with this is that a little goes a long way, and if you do this full on, it can look a little strange. But I always try to, if it's for like a regular work day, I always just try to pat it on lightly with my finger. Just all you really need is just a tap, and then just go in on your cheek a little bit like this, and it's perfect. Because I know a lot of people who don't like it, if you go full on with a brush, it can be really a lot. But I just love this, like, just tapped on gently. Super nice. I think that this one is really amazing to use wet too for going out. And what I love, it is kind of pricey. It is $34, but I do use it as an eyeshadow as well. So it is a multi-use product. So I mean, you're getting 2 products in one. So I think the price isn't that steep. And I love this packaging. I had never seen Rihanna's Belter packaging before, but it looks white, but it's like a pearly duochrome. I know that my camera sucks and you can't see how pretty this duochrome is, but it shifts from like a white to a pearl. It's just beautiful. I do recommend you go in store, pick it up. If you are of a darker complexion, this is amazing. If you are about maybe like a deep tan to my complexion or even darker, this is a must-have. This will make you glow. Like, I've seen this shade on really dark skin, like super chocolatey ebony skin, and it just glistens. It is just amazing. Love this. So I definitely want to pick up more of her Kilowatt highlighters. I think the one that I want to get next is I think it's called Moscow Mule, the pink one. So I was kind of low on cash, so I couldn't get both, but whenever I am shopping again, I definitely want to get the pink one, Moscow Mule. Okay, next up, I've never even tried Anastasia Beverly Hills before, so when I saw this collection, their counter at Sephora, I kind of went crazy. So I did pick up a couple things from there, so I'll show you. I picked up one palette, which is the Norvina palette. I'm actually I have it on my eyes today. So right now I'm just wearing kind of a neutral pinky look, if you can see. So I'm actually wearing this today, like I said, and this palette is just, oh, I don't even know. Like I just, they were not lying on you, Anastasia. Miss Anastasia, her shadows are bomb, okay? So the first row is just all these shimmery shades, and they are so creamy, so smooth and blendable. I'm wearing right now, I don't know if you can see, if you can zoom in, I'm wearing Wild Child all over my lid. And then in the crease, I put a little bit of Passion and Volatile for just a very simple, pinky, everyday look. I find that the shimmers are super creamy and soft. Look at that. Beautiful. But the mattes in this one, I mean, I'm less impressed with them. I know the Norvina palette is a little bit light, so the colors are going to be a lot lighter on my skin tone. I mean, they kind of, the mattes in this are kind of chalky to me. Like, and it's kind of chalky and powdery. But I don't know if that's like Anastasia Beverly Hills in general, but I know these are kind of like pastel-y shades on the bottom, so any pastel mattes kind of do tend to be chalky on darker skin. I can kind of work with Passion and I can work with Eccentric and Volatile, but it's these three here, the Space, Soul, Incense, and Love, that are really chalky on my skin tone, and I don't think I'll get much use of them. But I find that's okay because I think I can use over 75% of the palette. So these shadows, I could probably use them like to cover to set my base, or maybe like under other shadows of similar tone that can kind of hide the chalkiness. But yeah, this is just an amazing palette. I don't regret my first Anastasia Beverly Hills palette purchase. I do want to pick up more. This one, I just have never felt something that was so soft and buttery. Like, so soft. Like, you just have to feel it for yourself. Like, I love this palette. I definitely want to get more. I don't like the brush that it comes with. I just chuck that one. I'd rather use my own brushes with it. But these shimmers are pretty good to use with your finger or a brush, which is good. So I definitely think that, a lot of people look at this palette and think, oh my god, purples, it's going to be so funky, it's going to be so not appropriate. But even the purples are kind of subdued, so especially on my skin tone, like, this pink is kind of like a neutral pink on me. So if you're a lot of people that are kind of scared of palette of color kind of shy away from this palette, but this is like a gold and a rose gold and a bronzy gold. These are all neutrally colors. You can wear this palette every day. I know Soft Glam and Modern Renaissance are kind of seen as the everyday palettes, and this is kind of funky one. But Norvina did an awesome job. The only thing that I don't like about this is the packaging is adorable, don't get me wrong, but I've had this for a couple of days and it's already getting dirty, and especially since I wear like dark foundations, like I like to keep it in the sleeve that it came with, because if you don't, like within a day, like you already can see my fingerprints on it. Like, it's going to get dirty. But I mean, it's mostly about the product inside. And if you are really meticulous about keeping things clean, then I mean, if you don't mind being extra careful, I'm a messy girl. I get my makeup dirty. It's how it is. So for me, it's gonna be dirty. But if you are really meticulous about keeping your makeup clean and not touching it too much, I guess it's okay. Me, I don't care if it gets dirty. Like I said, it's fine with me. But if you're one of those people, this palette could be a little bit troublesome. Moving on to my next purchase. This one is a comeback. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy palette, Amrezy highlighter. And this one I picked up. I felt really bad because I missed out on it the first time, and everyone was ranting and raving about it. I'm actually wearing it today. I've heard that it looks really ashy on dark skin, but I don't find that it makes me look ashy. I think it looks fine. I just kind of don't really see the hype with this one. I mean, it's really pretty to look at. I love this kind of like waved, melted kind of design on it. But I feel like it hits right here. It's just, You know, it's kind of for me. I mean, it's a nice highlighter. I don't really think it's worth the hype. I don't know Mrezi personally. This is no attack on Mrezi. I have no beef with any YouTuber. But for me, I just didn't really see the hype, and it's okay dry. But when it's dry, like it's very subtle on me. I have to wet it to get this intensity, so I kind of don't want that in a highlighter. I want something that I can just swipe and have it to be full intensity. And this one seems it's okay. It's an average highlighter. I think you can get the same quality from a ColourPop highlighter. I mean, I'm glad I got it like as a collector item because it's so pretty. Like you see all these stars and the gold embossing, and even the back is so pretty. But if I could do it again, I probably wouldn't purchase this again. I mean, I'll use this, but I feel like you can get something so much cheaper that's about the same or better than this. So if you did miss out on this one, I don't know if it's already sold out again. I don't know if they're making it permanent, but I wouldn't sweat too much of not getting this one. This is my least favorite thing that I got, basically. Sorry, Mrezi. Love you, girl. I don't know you, but I love you. But yeah. So this one for me, I mean, maybe if you're a lighter skin tone, maybe it would be more blinding. But on me, it's just subtle. And if I feel like I put too much, it'd be looking a little ashy. Like, it's not ashy now, but I feel like if I put just a little bit more, it would be ashy. So for me, this one is, it's okay. It's not a no-go, but if you are a lighter skin tone, I know a lot of people really love this, so maybe it's just my skin tone. So if that's the case, I definitely think, if you can still pick it up, I definitely suggest you at least try it, see what your opinion of it is. But for me, it's nah. And I also, oh, this is another Huda Beauty thing that I picked up. This is their Faux Filter Foundation. My shade is Mocha. I've been dying to try this foundation. I think it came out 2017, 2016, 2 years ago. I never picked it up. But, you know, I really actually like this. It's kind of like a nice full coverage foundation. The pump looks like this, if you haven't already seen it. Like I said, my shade is Mocha. And this one, I mean, I like it. It's not my favorite foundation ever. My favorite foundation ever is the Hourglass foundation stick. But this is pretty good for what it is. It's full coverage. I don't think it's matte. I think it's like, it's not matte, it's not dewy. Natural finish foundation. And the only thing with this, it's kind of thick. So when you blend it out, it's kind of tough to blend because it's so thick in consistency. So that's my kind of gripe with it, but once you can blend it out and work it out, it is very nice. It does provide really nice coverage on the skin. My only thing with this is that it does have kind of a smell. And the first time I put it on, it was really overpowering, but now I got used to it, so it doesn't bother me as much. But if you're sensitive to smells, I mean, this one kind of gave me a headache the first time that I wore it, the first couple of times, and now I guess my nose is desensitized to it. But if you're someone that's really sensitive to smells, this is pretty strong. Even when you smell it, it smells straight up, it smells like my mom's perfume. Like, I don't know if you ever smelled Beautiful by Estee Lauder, but it's that kind of like really floral, really sweet 80s powerhouse perfume scent that I don't really get why she did this. Like, I know she knows a lot of people have sensitivities to smell, so I'm not really sure what Huda was thinking by making it that fragranced. But if your smell doesn't bother you, some people actually like smell. So for me, I don't like it or hate it. But this one took a little getting used to for me just because of the smell. But after that, like, it is a good foundation. It does last really long, and I use this primer. This is my favorite, the Glow Coat primer. It's a Korean brand. I use this awesome primer all the time. So with this primer, it lasts forever until you take it off. But it is, like, the color is really concentrated, so it is kind of harder to blend out than other foundations. But I'm really glad that I bought it. I think this is perfect for, like, every day, if you use it lightly, or for nights out, it can be built up. So yeah, I'm really happy with this purchase. Okay, next up I have my last item, which is the Anastasia Beverly Hills powder in bronzer in mahogany. And this is my very first bronzer ever. I've always been scared of bronzer as a dark skinned girl. I've always thought that it would me look a little weird because I'm already brown. How is a bronzer gonna make me more tan? But I actually do like it. It is really soft and finely milled, and I feel like if you're my shade, I think it's a really good shade for anyone that's a little bit darker. I love it. I dusted some of it on my cheekbones, and it's really good for giving you a little bit of contour, also my forehead as well. So yeah, I've been using this every day since I've got it. It's really great. I think it's gonna last me a long time. I think it's a great buy for the money. Awesome. So that was my haul. There's one other thing that I wanted to show you. Oh, do I have it? It's actually, no, I don't think I do. But I'll actually include that in another video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys. Till next time.